It depends.
Leave hypotheticals in the subreddit, guys, and I'll give an answer. Usually it's it depends.
What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here, reacting to another week's worth of content on r/Attorney Tom, the greatest subreddit on the internet. Before we jump into it, I have a special announcement. One of my really good friends bought an LED billboard truck.
Wow.
And I have brokered a deal with him in which the top meme on r/Attorney Tom will have a slot on the LED billboard truck. Now, I reserve the right to veto any inappropriate memes, but as long as the meme is funny and not offensive, it's gonna go up there. So if that's not a reason to join the r/Attorney Tom subreddit, nothing is.
And you're dead to me.
Okay, let's get started. And as always, I'm withholding the most upvoted post until the end of the video, so stick around. Dear Tom, please don't have a heart attack. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not good. What the hell? You know, it always amazes me. This looks like a crane. How does a crane become abandoned? You'd think that they would at least take it down or move it to a new job site, even if it's not a crane, because I don't know for sure. That does not seem structurally sound, especially if it is so rusted that you can just push off the wall. That is a catastrophe waiting to happen. And listen, y'all, I know I'm not like a crazy adventurer. I'm not the adrenaline junkie type, but I don't see the point in going on top of like that. Only bad things can happen. You know what? We're just gonna move on. Would you be able to hold the developer accountable for the damages if they knew from previous tests that their game had the ability to cause this? My computer literally caught fire while playing Battlefield 2042 beta. It fried the motherboard. The game was a blast too, real bummer. So I would make the argument if you were the Battlefield developers that, hey, listen, I'm sorry your computer caught fire. It was just too much game for your computer to handle. If you want to play our game, you have to buy a compatible computer. But as always, it depends. I don't know what extent of hypothetical evidence you're talking about. I mean, if there's a bombshell report that says 99.9% of computers will explode when they play this game, then yeah, maybe. But outside of anything extraordinary, there's probably no case. Lawsuit in the making. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, people hanging on to it, just those rotors. I mean, they could have chopped somebody up real easily. Y'all, like I've said before, people always ask me, Tom, you're a catastrophic injury lawyer. There doesn't seem to be that many catastrophic injury cases. Unfortunately, they are wrong. I would love to go out of business for there not being any catastrophic injuries. I would love it because I could literally do something else, like be a whistleblower lawyer. But unfortunately, I don't think I have to worry about work anytime soon. Another trolley style question, but the answer is always the same. Never stop the train because it could lose profit. So what happens when an ambulance gets stopped by a train? This is a good question. It's a good hypothetical. So in the law, there's a doctrine called loss of chance, meaning if something bad happens, even if it's not your fault, if you are negligent in providing somebody a chance or lack thereof to survive, you could be potentially held liable. An example of this would be, let's say you're at a gym and you suffer a heart attack. Well, a gym is a public place with presumably hundreds of people, and they don't have the AED electric paddles that are mandated when you have an occupancy building over a certain amount of people. So because this guy had a heart attack in this building and there were no paddles available and he died, you didn't cause the heart attack, but you could make the argument that you didn't give him a chance to survive. Here, you're in an ambulance, you're going to the hospital. A train blocks said ambulance from getting to the hospital. Potentially, you can make the argument that the train provided or didn't provide a chance for the person in the ambulance to survive. However, I think this is absolutely a losing argument. I don't think that case would win because of the nature of the train. Trains are often on schedules. Trains are very hard to move. They're very hard to start. They're very hard to stop on short notice. It is just an act of God, essentially, that the train was there blocking the ambulance. So tough luck. But y'all see how that's different between the gym hypothetical and the train hypothetical? They're the same essential doctrine or argument, but one is clearly doable and the other one is just bad luck. Holy cow. Whoa. Oh my. Okay. We gotta watch this again. He puts... Oh my. That is a premises liability case for sure. I don't even know what to say. I want to watch it again. Literally right when he put the final boom. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yeah, holy cow is right. If I die in their corn maze or get run over by a tractor, are they really free of liability? Under Texas law, 75A Civil Practice and Remedies Code, an agritourism entity is not liable for any injury to or death of an agritourism participant resulting from an agritourism activity. Wow, what a great question. As a Texas-based catastrophic personal injury lawyer, I don't know. I've never dealt with an agritourism death. So let's look it up. The Texas Agritourism Act is a relatively new statute passed in 2015, which provides that agritourism entities are not liable for injuries persons engaged in recreational or educational activity on the property so long as a sign is posted or a specific release language is signed. All farms and ranches are likely considered agritourism entity, as that is defined simply as someone allowing a recreational or educational activity, hunting included, on land that is suitable for growing crops or raising livestock. So there we go. So it is a law. I've never run across it, but it seems to be very broad. On its face, it's meant to protect landowners from the Dick Cheneys of the world from hunting accidents, but I can imagine it was intentionally written very broad because the Texas legislature, specifically the insurance lobby, is a bunch of snakes, and they love protecting companies that make tens of billions of dollars a year at the expense of the little guy. If you got ran over by a tractor while in a corn maze, I would definitely assume that that is negligence and you should be able to sue, but maybe not. I don't know. Can a judge pretend to accept a bribe from a defendant in a case and then add bribery to the charge? I'm just gonna say this. If a judge were to do that, he or she better have coordinated with the district attorney beforehand and it be a coordinated sting type operation, because it's one thing to accept a bribe when you're working with law enforcement. It's another thing to accept a bribe and then just change your mind and say, hey, I was doing this for the good of everybody else, because the evidence might not support that. You could just make the argument that the person chickened out. They accepted the bribe illegally and then said, hey, no, I was actually just pretending to be the bad guy, or the good guy, the bad guy. I was pretending to be the bad judge. And on top of all of that, if you bribed a judge and got caught, that judge would certainly be recused from that case. Meaning, if you got charged with bribing a judge, that judge that you bribed would not oversee your trial. Sorry, Tom, but I found my lawyer. Oh no. Okay. MILF law. Nice. And now it's time for the most upvoted post of the week. Master Tom, can you confirm the "you can beat my ass, but my daddy will sue" outfit? Okay, so this is absolutely true, and I think this is hilarious. And you know what the funniest part of this whole thing is? I guarantee you, if one of these kids got their ass beat, 99.9% of the time, the father is just going to say, yeah, well, you're a little douchebag. You probably deserve it. At least all my friends that are lawyers who have kids, or mentors who have kids that are around that age, they wouldn't do shit. Knowledge hammer for being little douchebags. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. Leave any comments, questions, concerns down below. Be sure to get to them. Also, consider joining r/Attorney Tom and subscribing to this channel. We're growing like crazy. I think we just passed 445,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. All right, y'all, talk to you later. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury attorney who accidentally became a YouTuber. Attorney Tom.